Hello and welcome to our third installment on the 12-part series about the journey around Kailash. As I have said, the purpose of this is to focus all of our attention collectively on the process that will be undertaken this coming May. Our Master of Bliss, Lao Du, is the one who circumambulated, who walked around Mount Kailash last May. He will be the one doing it again this May. And Lantos wants all of us to focus on the exact steps that are taken, the instructions for this, in preparation for this monumental event that will take place in the middle of May. This is our third installment, and we are using the video travel log from Lao Du as our guide on these steps. And in this one, the Master of Bliss has just reached the town, Darchin, that is at the base of Mount Kailash and near to the lake. So he is going to make preparations. He's going to stay at the hotel and make preparations to go around the lake the next day. Here are a couple of messages from Lantos, one message and then just some quick questions and answers. Lantos said, "Today we ring the bell for the celebration of commencement of the flowing golden ambrosia of Kailash. We celebrate the arrival of the Master of Bliss. It is a great ceremony which approaches. The ceremony of the golden ambrosia of bliss at Kailash. Great beings of light gather for this sacred ceremony which carries far-reaching significance, effects reaching into time and across space. To conduct such a ceremony, certain requirements must be fulfilled." And I'm going to take a stop right there, take a pause, and just say that, remember, last year at this point, what we thought was that this was simply how Lao Du was going to help us place the special energy from Kailash into the spheres that go into the Kailash pendants of bliss. But that sentence itself is a pretty clear indication that what was taking place was far more important than simply preparing the spheres to go into the Kailash pendants of bliss. What Lantos said was, great beings of light gather for this sacred ceremony which carries far-reaching significance, effects reaching into time and across space. Okay, let's continue. To conduct such a ceremony, certain requirements must be fulfilled. Each requirement is significant. The first consideration is given for the one conducting the ceremony, the one who stirs. This one must be qualified. For this, our dear Master of Bliss is well qualified. The next consideration is location. The site must be considered. For this, Kailash is the great receptacle of bliss for earth. The requirement for location is well met. Next, consideration is given to specific ingredients, the list of items required during the process. These are met. Finally, timing is considered significant. The journey, to be most effective, must begin in a moment of great support by the environment. Support from the elements, from the layers of existence, support from the heavens and from the earth. Here again, support is supreme. The process begins with reflection. In creation, the first value is that of reflection. Like this, the first stage of our journey of bliss begins with reflection. This aspect is experienced at the Blessed Lake. During the process of this stage of reflection, two values of fullness are perceived: the value of fullness of full and the value of fullness of empty. It is a great blessing of timing, a very great fortune. Two values of full are witnessed on the outer material layer of creation. The seed active at this time is locating the like, a seed of reflection. During this auspicious event, each active performance is met with blessings of support. The journey around Kailash begins. The droplets of heaven are stirred, blue, rose, yellow. To stir is to enliven through a circular motion, through rotational motion. The three droplets of heaven are stirred. At the face of the yellow droplet, some time is spent. Some time is offered for this experience. It is the experience of transformation of the golden nectar of bliss, the luminous ambrosia of life. This is alchemy on the deepest layer of existence, the process of transformation of material form into the luminous golden essence of ambrosia. Here, on this day of golden nectar, at the great central receptacle of Kailash, the well brings forth water. The spherical forms present for this ceremony receive the awakening of the essence of golden bliss. These are the small treasures, traces of the blessings of the great ceremony. This is a sacred event for Earth. The journey is a great blessing for Earth. It is the blessing of the flowing of the sweet nectar of bliss. Golden ambrosia flows like a stream. Bliss flows, a sweet, luminous substance. It is a process. The great ceremony is a process. We offer deepest thanks to the great Master of Bliss for taking this journey, for stirring the receptacle of Kailash. We offer deepest thanks to our blessed Masters of Light for enlivening the light of Genesis and opening the gates of experience to this material receptacle of light for Earth. We offer deepest thanks to our beloved family of the light of Genesis for the sublime knowledge and service provided to all. Many blessings. Not bad for a welcome as you arrive at a cold hotel at the base of a mountain, and Lantos gives you that message. So not bad. Now, also, Lao Du had asked Cindy to ask Lantos where he should begin his journey. Should it be right there at the hotel? Or nearby, there was a location called Flag Square, and it has lots of flags in it. It's facing the south face of the Holy Mountain. It is 6 kilometers from the town where the hotel was at. And which path should he take? Which place should he begin the journey? And here is what Lantos said. We commence with the location of flags. This location is sacred. Kailash in view at the beginning and the end. A circle which leads one back to the beginning. Creation is thus. Very good. Here we commence. The flags wave to signal the enlivenment of the process of creation. The droplets of heaven, the realm Lord, and the way of the journey. Many blessings. Okay. Let's go ahead and watch our video from Lao Du as he prepares on the night before embarking around the lake.
But the ceremony day, for me, is not so comfortable, because when I arrived there, then the driver told me just 3 days before, there still a very heavy snow there. It's already May, but it still have very big snow there, and even it's even deep to the knee. So it's very big. But when I arrived there, I cannot see any snow on the ground. Just you can see the snow mountain, but on the ground everything is clear.
the sky is very clear. There's no any of wind. So cannot believe that just before 2 days there have snow, very heavy snow.
Yes, also in that area, it's about 4,600 meters high altitude. As that area, you even cannot see not a lot of. There's even no plants there. Just a very small grass on the ground, and looks brown or yellow, and cannot rarely you can see any green. Then I just arrived and go to the hotel, and I already booked the best hotel at that place. Actually, in that place, the condition is not very good, and the hotel I booked should have some. They have some hot water, and also they have a heater there, but it's still very cold. I feel very cold at that place. For me, I rarely have altitude sick, because I go to Tibetan area very often, and at Lhasa it's about 3,600 meters high, but Ali is 1,000 meters higher. So at Ali I feel not very comfortable, and the most problem is I feel very cold there. I put on all my clothes, snow clothes, or all the clothes, and I sleep on bed and covered with myself with all the things I can find. And also I open the heater, but it still feels very cold. I'm very concerned at that day, because the journey is just beginning and a lot of things need to do. I'm very afraid of if I get a bad cold, and I use everything I know to treat myself, because I learned some of traditional Chinese medicine. I use every method I can to treat myself, make myself feel better. But finally, I find one thing is most useful is the Tibetan milk tea. I go to a Tibetan tea house, and in the Tibetan tea house, it's very. If you go inside, the outside is very. The sun is shining. It's very bright, but you go to inside the Tibetan tea house. It's very maybe how to say gloomy, dark, but they have a very big stove there, so you can make fire, and it make people feel warm. And when you have a bottle of the Tibetan tea, it's very quickly make you warm. And I still can imagine the smell, the taste of the tea. Some people not like the taste and the smell of the Tibetan milk tea. They call that maybe it's not milk tea, it's butter tea. And in India or Tibetan area, call that ghee. It's made from the butter, and the more light part of the butter, and it takes a little kind of smelly, but to me it's very comfortable.
Now I'm at a Tibetan tea house and order butter tea for myself and keep myself warm.
And sometimes also people can put the ghee into your nose and then go to sleep. It will calm the energy and make people feel better, feel more calm, and to get used to the high altitude. And after the tea, I come back, feel much better, but still not very comfortable. Still not feels like normal, but it's better. And then I went to sleep, and not sleep very well. But I use the ghee method into my nose, then it make me more comfortable. And the next day, it should be the first day for this holy journey, because this day is full moon day, and also that day we'll have the eclipse, and also that day I will, according to Lento's instruction, I need to circle the Holy Lake by car.
Day 4 of the Kailash Travelogue, May 26th. The daily seed is number 17, the faith, locating the like. The transformation associated with this seed is uniting the reflective form of expression. The lake is the reflective form. Reflection occurs first. Reflection, then inception. Out of reflection, the process begins.
So I asked the driver, it take how long time to circle the Holy Lake by car? And the driver told me that it's maybe 4 hours is enough. So we also need to do something at the lakeside. The time it should be the 7:30 p.m. It's the moon eclipse time. So I think maybe we should start at the afternoon time, not too early. So at that morning, I go to the Tibetan tea house again to have my breakfast. But the lady, the owner of the Tibetan tea house, the lady, she asked me and pushed me, you should eat quicker, and otherwise you will miss it. I asked her, I miss what? You will miss the ceremony. What kind of ceremony? Oh, that's a Vesak day, and they have a very big ceremony at the start point of the circle the mountain. And there's a place the local people call the flag square. The people always hanging a flag there, and there is a very big pillar there. And every year at that day, they will put down the pillar and take all the old flags from that pillar, and then they will put it stand again and hang the new one. Every year they change it. So that's the most big ceremony there. But it's a little bit concerned. I'm concerned about that. The thing I need to do is the Lentils asked, is that okay to make them how to say mix together? Because the ceremony is the Buddhist vegetable. Is that correct thing to make them together? So I'm a little bit wondering about that. So should I go to the mountain? So when I finished my breakfast with the ladies pushing, and I go back to my hotel room, and I use the moon wing to toast for the answer. Should I go there?
Tossing the moon wings is a simple process which allows the individual to select a seed.
Then when I toss, I get the seed. The seed is into the opening, the vase located. So I think, it told me that I should go to the opening. That's the opening place. So I make my decision, I will go. But at that time, it's very close to the ceremony, and it takes maybe 7 kilometers from Daching, where the hotel located, to the flag square. 7 meters for me to walk. It takes a long time. especially at that high altitude. So the probably we need to waiting for a car to bring me there. But actually, there's no car at that time because all the car already at the flag area at that place. So I'm just go outside the hotel and wandering at the street and waiting for maybe I can very fortunately have some car. And yes, unfortunately, the car is coming just behind me. There's a car coming and I'm waving. And then I get in the car and there's the driver is Tibetan. I will explain one thing that I have already booked a car to circle the lake. Why I can't ask that car come? Because that driver is Chinese, and that are not allowed Chinese people to go there because their whole area is running by a company, a Tibetan tourism company, and this company not allowed Chinese cars, Chinese drivers go to there. You need to call for the car from the company, or at that day, just that day, you can also can take cars by Tibetan drivers, because local people can go there driving their car. So I meet the Tibetan guy, and he drive the car, and I asked, why you so late to there? And he told me, I've already been there. But the people there, they said you should have your ID card and to register. Otherwise, you are not allowed to go inside. So I come back to hotel because I change my clothes and I forget my ID card at my changed clothes. That's why he go back to hotel, and that's why I have chance to go with him. Then when we arrived at the flag square, we find that no one is checking for the ID card. Everyone can go there inside. So I think that guy is just bring to catch me, to pick me up.
Now here is a big ceremony. It's a flag square, the start point, and you can see a mountain, and you can see there's a, how to say, they hanging something that all the flag will hang on that stick, and all the local people gathered here. It's the most important day for Buddhism, for Buddhists. These all the flags will hang on these sticks.
So I think just at that moment, just after I into the opening, I'm qualified. I finally can finish the task. At that time I have this kind of confidential. I can do it.